Welcome to your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 214. If you are writing a book or thinking about it, or perhaps you've started writing your book and are having trouble finishing it, or maybe you're at the stage where you need help reaching more readers, you are in the right place. Good morning. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh. If you're looking for me online, look for Christine Ink, I-N-K, like the stuff you write with. Each day, I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 18 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they have the ability to turn a quote-unquote non-author into an author. Those three things are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. Here's today's quote. Never give up on something that you can't go a day without thinking about. Winston Churchill. So let's talk about that a little bit, because I think we all would probably agree it's usually easier to quit a hobby, something that you don't have to do, no matter how passionate you are about that hobby, than it is to quit, say, a paying job. Quitting a job is connected to negative, real life consequences, not the least of, which is a lost paycheck and method of paying bills and kind of keeping your life going. The downsides of quitting a hobby are slightly less tangible. For example, the removal of a source of great joy and excitement in your life, but, the bills still get paid. That's why for some people, the decision to quit an optional activity is all too easy, especially if the emotional investment in that activity is thin. Writing a book is one of those things. Writing a book takes time, thought, diligence, good writing habits, sometimes research, persistence, and a mess of other forms of concerted effort. The challenges can easily outweigh the joys of the race and potential payoffs at the finish line and beyond. So, quite frankly, when you're fighting through your third brain cramp, so if you think of it like a marathon, and your third brain cramp by the halfway point, you might find yourself wondering, why even bother? Why am I doing this? This is crazy. And I know some of you out there doing NaNoWriMo this month in November. You might be at that point right now. We're about halfway through the month, and you might be on your third or fourth brain cramp by now, wondering why you decided to try to write 50,000 words in a month. So hang in there. This episode today is for you. So at that point, your hobby suddenly seems expendable. And I get it, which is why I want to give you the best possible defenses against quitting writing your book to draw from during these times, for those of you experiencing it. So today I'm going to give you a set of 3 questions to ask yourself to prevent quitting, hopefully, during these times when it seems like a perfectly reasonable and acceptable decision. So today I'm going to give you 3 questions, and then tune in again tomorrow and I'm going to give you 3 more in-depth strategies, anti-quitting strategies. But let's start with these questions today to ask yourself if you are at the point of your book writing project where quitting seems like the best option. Question number 1. How long have you wanted this? Question number 2. How will you feel if you let it go? Question number 3. Why did you start in the first place? And there's kind of a sub-question here. Is that reason still valid, or do you need to adjust it and find a different reason? And what I'm talking about here with this last question is your why, and I've written a blog post about it, about your why on my website, christine-ink.com, because one of the things I mentioned in that blog post is how your why for a book project, depending on the length of your project, it can change halfway through. So don't beat yourself up if the why powering your book project changes. Just make sure that you forge a new emotional and intellectual and passion connection with your new why. So those are the 3 questions I'd like you to journal on for today. When you're asked 3 questions to ask yourself when you feel like it's much easier to quit your book project. How long have you wanted this? How will you feel if you let it go? And why did you start in the first place? So like I said, tune in again tomorrow, and I'm going to give you 3 more in-depth anti-quitting strategies. I really, really want you guys to succeed. That's why I'm going kind of in-depth on this topic. And again, I know so many of you are doing the NaNoWriMo this month, so it seems like an appropriate time to talk about quitting and why you shouldn't do it. So until tomorrow, thank you for joining me here on your Daily Writing Habit, where I'm helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. Be sure and drop by my Inc. Authors group on Facebook and also LinkedIn for motivation, accountability, book writing, publishing resources, and more. So if you need a little kick in the butt, you're close to quitting and you need the support and camaraderie of other authors, Inc. Authors on Facebook and LinkedIn. And if you know someone else who wants to write a book, please let them know about this show. Until tomorrow, happy writing.